John, as you know, Rugby Nats is all about promoting grassroots and community rugby.
Yep.
Tell us when and where did this wonderful game first grip you?
Oh God, that's a question I wasn't expecting. Well, I was at my first memory is at US Portsmouth Rugby Club because my dad was in the Navy. I was probably 5, I would think, and I was always the ball boy because the ball got kicked over the stand and out onto the road, and I had to go over and safely negotiate getting the ball back from across the road. I think my reward at the end of every game was a can of Coke or something. So there was always some mercenary intent there. But and ever since, once it gets you, and it's been there ever since.
Now at Esher, can you tell us a little bit about how the season's been going so far?
Across the board, I think, you look at the weekends, it's heaving with minis and juniors here. We've actually got more players who have joined us as adult players this year as well, which is really encouraging, which may be a part of the Olympic effect as well. And we've got a really strong 7 set up here, which we established about 5 years ago. And I do think that that's going to be a huge area for development within the sport over the next few years. And I do think that, especially for a lot of people who give up the game when they're early, mid-20s, for whatever reason that might be, work commitments, family commitments, whatever, I think playing 7s in whatever shape or form could well be the way forward in the way to get people back into the sport who've if not fallen out of love with it, but who've fallen out of time with it, if you like. It's kind of like a sort of T20 version of cricket. It's a way you can get back into rugby without perhaps committing the amount of time that other people have to do. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how the game sort of develops from that point of view. Brilliant.
And finally, just moving on to this weekend, Plymouth Albion, what are you expecting from them?
Well, they're going to be good. I mean, it's simple, that goes without saying. They were in the Championship just a couple of seasons ago, and it's one of these, they've made some very strange results in this league this year. Every Saturday night, you look at the results, you go, really? Then? No way. So I think it's almost impossible to predict any result in this league at the moment. All I would say is that with every passing year, the quality goes up by just that little bit, that notch. And if you stand still in this league, you go backwards. And that's the challenge for all of us.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for your time.
Pleasure.
Wish you the best of luck.
Thanks an awful lot. See you.
Cheers.